Welcome to Invest Insights. I'm Abby Maloney. I'm joined today by Dr. Timothy Beard, the president of Pasco-Hernando State College. Dr. Beard, welcome.
Thank you, Abby. It's my pleasure.
When we spoke with you for our Invest Tampa Bay report, you spoke about the school finding opportunities in midst of the chaos. And despite the challenges, the school had some notable accomplishments, including graduating 2,500 students, completing the development of the Instructional Performing Arts Center, and getting a 10-year accreditation reaffirmation completed. To what do you credit the school's ability to continue to be successful despite the incredible challenges of last year?
Mm-hmm. Thanks for that question, Abby. I think at the end of the day, success is more about attitude than action. What we try to do here at the college is to exude from the top across or top down a positive attitude. I just believe you can do a whole lot more with positive energy than you can with negative energy. If we're going to go forward, it has to be with positive energy. And again, as I said a while back, when we look for opportunity in the midst of chaos, we are exuding the right attitude. It has to be a transformation of attitude if we're going to have a chance to be successful. And when that comes from the top, it makes it a lot easier, I believe, for our team to catch a hold of that vision of success. If I'm always complaining and being negative, that's only going to spread throughout this institution, and we're not going to make the progress that we need to make and make sure our students are successful.
Over the course of the last 12 months, there has been a greater emphasis placed upon solving some of the longstanding economic issues in the country, particularly those related to racial disparities. What roles do programs like PHCSC's Linking in Faith and Education, or LIFE program, play in addressing issues like these?
Well, first of all, I think as higher educational professionals, we have to be out front to make sure that the leadership is appropriate to have the conversations about what we need to do as a community to promote economic development. No one can do this alone. No entity can do it alone. It takes higher education, it takes government, it takes the private sector. It takes, again, all of us to be on the same page, singing the same songs if we're going to move forward with positive economic development. And I think in Pasco and to a degree in Hernando County, we've done that. But as a higher educational leader, president of this great institution, it's expected, and I have a passion to be in the forefront, leading this charge to talk about venues and activities and relationships that's going to make economic development a higher possibility. And we've had a number of successes in Pasco County, and we're working on a number of things in Hernando County. And the expectation is that as president of this college, that we're at that table. There's an old saying that I often repeat from Dr. Walter Bonfils. Dr. Bonfils is the president of the American Association of Community Colleges in Washington, D.C. But Dr. Bonfils says, if you're not at the table, you're going to be on the menu. And because we're here at the table taking this lead, I feel like we're going to have a lot of positive things to say about the progress in these two counties, and of course also in Tampa Bay.
In general, how important of a role does higher education play in solving these disparities and transforming this narrative to tangible action?
Well, as you may know, higher education should be known and is known for the fact that we serve as a safe haven to have venues and discussions and come up with solutions that are critical for progress in economic development. So there's an expectation from the community, and there is a reality that we're at the table and we've offered solutions. We're offering solutions every day. The Linking in Faith and Education is one example of that, where we're able to bring together our legislators, our mental health professionals, our private entrepreneurs together to create what we call success zones for our K-12 system and also for our community. So it is critical that higher education be at the table, and it's an expectation, but it's what we do every day, and it's what I love doing.
Over the last year, how has technology permanently transformed and changed higher education, and how will this best prepare your students for today's ever more digital economy?
Well, we've been talking for a long time about the importance of technology. And I think the pandemic, more than anything else, has made the dream of the talks more of a reality, in the fact that we don't have a choice now. We've been forced into a zone, uncomfortable, inconvenient as it may be, but it's the order of the day. It's that new normal. And here at PHSC, we were offering about maybe 27% of our courses online prior to the pandemic. Now it's more like perhaps 65 to 70%. We do look to go back to more online, more classroom, face-to-face classes, perhaps in the summer and in the fall. But this pandemic has underscored the importance of that great digital platform that students expect and also want to make sure to have in place as an option. And I think it's here to stay. There are a number of our students, a large percentage of our students cannot come to class, or they find it difficult to get to class and hold a job. 65% of our students are part-time. So it's going to cut down on that travel time, and it's going to cut down on the fact that perhaps their inability to attend our classes. So we feel like this new normal, the great digital world now, has put us in a place to really do a better job in educating the entire sector of our population. So I think it's here to stay for the most part.
Last year was an incredibly transformative year, and each individual, us personally, we do not go unscathed. How have you personally transformed after last year?
Well, I have about, 36 or 37 years in higher education. I've been in higher ed since I was about 22 years old. Education has been my life, but I think this pandemic has brought back to me a lot of the beliefs and philosophies that I have about life. And that is, one in particular, life can change on a dime. Okay. We've got to be that nimble, that flexible, where we are able to change and adapt on a dime. This pandemic, to say the least, pushed us in a position to be able to adapt. I've learned personally that I've got to pay close attention to what in terms of what's going on with me, psychologically, emotionally, physically. So I have a regimen where I work out 40 minutes cardio every morning and probably another hour or so sometime during the day. That has allowed me to release a lot of the stress, to stay open-minded. But it has really confirmed what I learned back in grad school at Florida A&M and Florida State University. If you don't take care of you, you won't be valuable to anybody else. So it has kind of reinforced that. And again, my thing is, I don't want to survive. I want to thrive. But with that, I've got to pay attention to what's going on around me as well as within me.
Well, that was wonderful. Thank you so much. That was Dr. Timothy Beard, the president of Pasco-Hernando State College. My name is Abby Maloney, and you've been watching Invest Insights. Dr. Beard, thank you again.
Thank you, Abby. It's certainly been my pleasure.
Hey everyone, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel so that you can stay up to date on the latest business trends from our knowledgeable experts. Be sure to check out the description below for more information on the segment you just watched. Thanks for tuning in.